I'm Reverend Maureen Cotton. I'm an interspiritual minister. That makes me a minister for the spiritual but not religious and non-dogmatic people of faith. So when I was asked to reflect on 5 things you need for highly effective public speaking, I'm thinking mostly of officiating weddings. So when I say effective, I mean something that creates change, something that gives new perspective or offers a new possibility for someone when they hear it. So here's 5 things you need to achieve that. First is presence of mind, and that means being able to be present while you're speaking. All too often someone writes or prepares something and they think speaking it is literally about just showing up and spitting it out, getting it to the people. It's not true. The event of your speaking is a marriage between what you're bringing and what the environment and the people are bringing. So what that looks like practically is little things, just like acknowledging things that are in the environment. It's springtime in Massachusetts right now, so you are probably being treated to all the bird song. All the songbirds have awoken this spring. So that's just a little example. At weddings, all kinds of little things happen. Kids cry or things fall over, and instead of ignoring those things, just acknowledge, make them part of the moment. So no one gets distracted thinking something is separate or against your message. Make it all part of it by being present. You also need body awareness, especially if you think you might be nervous. Before a wedding, I always send to my couples this great YouTube video by Simon Sinek. And he points out that the physiological signs of being nervous and being excited are pretty much the same. And he observes that when an athlete is interviewed right before a big competition, journalists almost always say, "Are you nervous?" And the athlete almost always says, "No, I'm excited." So if you're about to speak and you're feeling jitters, butterflies, sweating, maybe you feel like you have to pee, that happens to me, instead of saying, "Oh my God, I'm nervous," and letting it snowball to derail you, just say to yourself, "I'm excited." You also really need words that you enjoy speaking. This might seem obvious, but what that means is when you're preparing your script or even just your notes, if you're going to speak off the cuff, make sure you have a few parts of your message where you can really land in the language, where you have identified a phrase or two that really is the heart of your message and that you just enjoy saying. Because all the public speaking training and drama training or whatever else in the world can try to show you how to speak a certain way, but if you just choose phrases and words that you enjoy, you will naturally slow down, you will naturally speak more clearly, and it will naturally be compelling to those who are listening. No matter what you are speaking on, you also need a conflict. You've probably heard that a good speech needs a beginning, a middle, and an end. Well, what is not always articulated is that middle part needs a conflict. It needs to be grappling with something, an important question. This is even true at a wedding, where sometimes the expectation is that everything is happy, happy, joy, 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 joy the whole way through. When I officiate a wedding, I talk to my couples and I hear about their relationship journey, and in their ceremony on their wedding day, we will name some of the difficult obstacles that they have overcome. Anything from a job loss or the loss of a loved one, or so many other things that we all are challenged by, but that our relationships help us overcome, and often our partnership is stronger on the other side. So it might seem counterintuitive to talk about conflict depending on your message, but that gets people listening closer. It may open up their heart if it's something that they can connect to. So then when you get to the other side of it, your message is going to include the resolution. Your message is going to include what's possible for the future. It's more powerful. So don't forget to make space for something a little difficult or a little bit painful or a little bit that has to be grappled with. It will make everything more powerful in the end. Finally, you need interactivity. There's a reason that your talk is a talk and not an essay, not a radio show. Think about the fact that when people go to see a Broadway play, a lot of times they know the play already. Sometimes it's a musical for which they can say all the words, but they go to be a part of something. So when we're talking about interactivity, we're talking about making people a part of it. It does not necessarily mean you're going to have them stand up and move around and shake hands or move their bodies at all. It could just be the interactiveness in their heart and mind. Instead of just having something in your mind that you hope they'll take away, build it into your talk to invite them to hold something in their heart or mind, to see it, to see a new possibility for it. By doing that, they will feel a part of something and they will be changed by your message.